Hey, so I've decided to try out this video blog thing because I'm just not keeping up with the regular blog, and I always have ideas that I really want to get out there, but then I don't want to sit down and write the blog. So maybe this will be a little bit more effective for me. If you don't know me and a little bit about my story, my name is Dana. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 19 back in 2011, my freshman year of college. And I've been kind of blogging my story for the last year or so. A little bit about, being in your early 20s and being diagnosed with this disease where, I used to be an athlete, and then, I was to a point where I couldn't, get dressed or brush my own hair, and having a disease that most people associate with a much older group of people, and learning how to live with that, and some of the medications that I took. And then the past year or so, I decided to go a more natural approach and kind of got away from the medications, focused on diet, nutrition, fitness, and I've had a lot of success with it. And I think that it's really important to get that out there, and people don't realize how important food and nutrition and, having exercise and taking care of yourself and mind, body, and spirit, how important that is until, you get to be in my shoes, and then it's a little bit too late. Or if you do have an autoimmune disease, and you don't have to just rely on the medications that these doctors are giving you, and they're horrible and they make you feel horrible, and you do have other options. You do have hope. You're not, there is, something out there for you that will work. And so I guess it kind of lit a fire under me a few days ago. I had to go into the ER. Long story short, I got 6 mercury fillings out about 4 weeks ago, and I had a really bad reaction to it. I've had really swollen joints, a lot of pain, headaches. I've been really mean. It's affected me emotionally quite a bit, and so Friday I had kind of the biggest flare that I've had in months, and could barely walk. I was miserable, and couldn't move my hands really at all. So my mom took me into the emergency room, and when I mentioned to the doctor that I had stopped taking my medications, she refused to treat me because she labeled me as a drug seeker. And that really pissed me off because, of all the times that I've been prescribed, the heavy narcotics for my rheumatoid arthritis, I don't even get my prescriptions filled. I'm barely comfortable taking Aleve or Advil, and, I won't even take Tylenol. And for this doctor to tell me, you're just a drug seeker, you're just here, you're just here to get pain meds, and I'm not going to support that habit. It was people always joke because I can get a medical marijuana card, and I don't have one. And that's something that I've never tried to use to help my IRA, and it's nothing. I don't have anything morally against it. I just go for it. But I always joke that it's just something that I haven't gotten around to trying. And so this doctor just basically telling me that I didn't care about my health because I wasn't taking my medications, when the whole reason that I don't take my medications is because I do care about my health, and I would rather, give my body the tools that it needs to be healthy and, work the way it's supposed to, and hopefully it will start working the way that it's supposed to, instead of, taking these medications to mask symptoms. And the medication she wants me to take, she even said, she was like, it may give you cancer one day, but it's better than being crippled. It's like, how do you make that kind of decision? What's better? And why should you even have to choose between the two? When I've had so much success with diet, it was just I had this setback with getting these fillings out, and it kind of put my body into shock. And so it really, really motivated me to get my message out there, because it's, so many doctors, it's like they look at healthcare at such a small scale. They want to get down to your cells and, the proteins in your cells and all this stuff. And it's like, why don't you just look at the big picture? What are you putting into your body? Are you putting in processed food, preservatives, artificial flavorings, all those things that your body doesn't know what to do with? Or are you giving it whole, real food that's good for it and that's going to make it work the way that it was designed to? I mean, that's all it comes down to. And, she was just so dead set against, that nutrition could have any impact on anything that I'm doing. And I'm sitting here thinking, a year ago, I couldn't walk down a flight of stairs. And, for the most part, day to day, I'm doing pretty damn good now. So, don't talk down to me. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm doing. If you want to help, great. Let's look into this together. But I have never once had a doctor say, I think you could be onto something. And so I just feel like it's got to get out there. I don't want people to go through some of the things that I've had to go through because I didn't know any better. I grew up in Texas, where organic food is basically a conspiracy. And you can drive 30 minutes and see the same chain fast food restaurant 7 times. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if it's gotten any better because I moved away a few years ago, but at least when I was there, I ate fast food probably every day. Soda. I was an athlete, so of course I ate whatever I wanted, and I didn't think twice about it. And, now this is my life. And even with my healthy diet and everything that I do, this probably will be my life forever. And I don't want anybody to have to go through that. And if somebody does have an autoimmune disease, it definitely helps. I'm not saying, don't try it. This is the hard way. I'm not going to lie to you about that one, but it's worth it. And, it's worth not taking the chemotherapy drugs and taking the narcotics and, all the other horrible stuff that, then you're in pain and you feel shitty. So that's why I'm doing this, and it's what I'm passionate about. I think that, more people need to be passionate about it. So if you're interested, I hope that you keep watching, and hopefully I'll post something soon.